Hello my friends, Paul here in the RoJoBe Music Workshop, and welcome to, should be, part 7 of the 5-string banjo build project. I say should be because since the last episode, episode 6, where I was, I kind of put the thing together, put all the tuners in, bolted the body to the neck, and the bracket at the bottom of the body from which the strings were going to be attached. I started to string it up off camera because I knew there was going to come across issues, and it was a lot of really sort of fiddly, finicky jobs to do to get the strings on and everything, which I'll cover in a later episode. I'll show that when I come back to it. But what's happened is a bit of a setback, actually a major catastrophe. So this body for the banjo, I really underestimated the tension on a banjo, even with the nylon strings, and this is not strong enough. So once I started to tighten the strings up, the tuning, obviously nylon strings stretch anyway, but the tuning kept dropping and dropping, and I kept trying to tune it up, and it didn't seem to be working. And then I looked at this, and it was almost a dish. It was folding the thing in half. This being the top, so the strings were coming over here, and as I was tensioning them, it was pulling this up, and it was this shape. It was like a bowl, and it's lucky I noticed it when I did, because if I'd have gone any further, that would have just imploded. It would have been a disaster. So yeah, it is a setback, and it has put me back in sort of time for this build, but it isn't a problem. I mean, apart from anything else, I've taken this back off, obviously, and all the tension has come back into it. So I haven't ruined this. So that will be set aside for another project, or I've got my hand drum back that this originally was. So either way, it's not a problem. Here's the neck with the strings all kind of wrapped around it, and it's luckily there was no damage to the neck, so that's absolutely perfect. It's just that body I made. I'm stupid, really. I should have realised that this was nowhere near going to be strong enough. I mean, I've weighed this, and this whole thing is was it 160 grams or something. It's as light as anything, and the rim is about 6 to 6.5 mil thick. There's just not enough strength in there. I don't know what I was thinking, really. So yes, it's a setback, and okay, I said it's a catastrophe. It's not really, because I've got some more of those drums. This one in particular, it looks kind of the same on the surface, and then you turn the back, and it's got this, this construction in the back. Now I've already removed the I say skin, but it feels like greaseproof paper. It's really. So that wasn't tense enough, and there's no way I get enough tension in that. It's not real skin, some kind of synthetic material. That would be useless. So I've taken that off, and what I've found is even with that off, with this, whatever it is on the back is it's the pattern of a tree, really, but there's some weight to it. There really is. And it attaches. I mean, this is all part of it here. It's all carved out of something. I'm really not sure what it is. I mean, it looks a bit like bone, but I know it isn't. And it's very detailed. I mean, it looks as though there's string wrapped around this, but it's not. It's all carved out of something. I have no idea what it is, what material, but there's some weight to it. So the rim itself is a little bit thicker than the other one, and with this on the back, there is no flexion in there at all. It doesn't move. So this is going to be much stronger than this, And this, with the skin on, you know, they are quite strong, but they're also very fragile. So I'm going wooden top. I'm not going to put animal skin on this one. I'm going to do a wooden top like these ones I've got for the ukuleles coming later. So yeah, it's going wooden top. It's just going to be stronger. It won't quite have the same sound, but it should be absolutely fine. It's still going to be open backed because this will be the back. As I said, I don't know what kind of material this is. I think it might be sort of a resin based material. I'm really not sure, but as I said, it's got some weight to it. I can feel the weight. I mean, this rim is going to weigh next to nothing, but having weighed this with the skin on it, it was almost half a kilogram. And as I said, this thing was like 160 grams or something. So this weighs about 3 times as much as that other one. So I know there's some substantial weight and strength to this. Now this, whatever it is on the back and however it's attached, I think it's glued because there's a bit of a glue mess inside this thing. So yeah, it's glued. It was probably hot gun glue, which is not, it is pretty strong actually, but it's not the best for you know, instruments and things. And in places there it seems fine, but in places it's loose. So I'm going to take this whole thing off and re-glue it. I'm going to do that off camera and then, you know, come back to it, because as I said, this is a setback. It isn't a catastrophe, but it is a setback. But in a way it's a good thing. I'd rather, you know, notice this problem now than, you know, playing the thing one day and it just imploded in my hands. So, you know, doing it with this instead of that one is going to be a lot stronger. It will have a different sound, but it should still sound okay. Should sound great. And I'm still doing it with nylon strings. You know, there's the steel strings. Over 5 strings, the overall tension is at least double, if not 3 times that of nylon strings. So yeah, I'm staying nylon. That's not going to change. Obviously, you know, I've made cut the nut and also the bridge to a little bit to allow for nylon strings, so it's staying nylon. But so change of plan. This not using anymore, using this one instead. Thankfully it's exactly the same diameter, it's 10 inch, and it's going to be a lot stronger, and it's going wooden top instead of you know, the animal skin. I would prefer the animal skin, but I'm not doing that process all over again, only to find out it may not be strong enough still and I've got to do it again. So no, it's going wooden top. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to do that off camera, and then once I'm kind of, well, halfway through that bit, because I've got to do the same to this one as I did to the banjolele tops. I've got to glue a top on, put the kerfing in and everything, which I didn't show, or I won't be showing on those. I've said too much. That's projects in the future. Shh. No, nothing about banjoleles. Anyway, so I'm going to show you how I go about that process. It's easier, it's stronger, it's neater. Okay, so yeah, okay, moving backwards to move forwards. Please, if you're enjoying this series so far, please leave a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe, yada yada yada, all the good stuff. In the meantime, please look after yourselves, look after each other. We will see you soon. Peace out.